Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So last week I did a little quick shop tour video of the place I work at J&L Frame and Alignment, and I wanted to elaborate on a couple things here. I mentioned specialty tools. Never really showed you that in the last video, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about specialty tools. So most shops, certainly all the dealerships, but most shops have a real cache of specialty tools that they use. And as a tech, it's really nice to have a shop that does that, because if you're a new tech, you know what I'm talking about. It's very expensive to get set up into this business. Certainly if you're new at it, it's a real expensive. You can spend $10,000 just to get into this business, just to have all the right tools. So this is my toolbox here, and it's just a cheap Montezuma toolbox. It's I think I bought this on sale for $1,000, but the first year I was here I ended up borrowing a lot of tools. I had just basic hand tools in here, and now I'm kind of set up. I can't remember the last time I've had to borrow a tool from somebody, but so that's kind of nice. But also a nice thing is also the company I work for here spends money on specialty tools that are required to do certain jobs here. So as an example, I had to borrow this tool this weekend. The boss let me borrow this. I did the serpentine belt on my wife's car this weekend, and these aren't expensive, but I could probably afford to own one of these, but I don't have to worry about it because the shop actually owns one. So I was able to do that job at home over the weekend. Now another thing here is there's a lot of stuff here that every shop has to have in order to do certain jobs. Like as an example, there's a smoke machine here. So this is something that's used to diagnose things, and we've got another drawer over here full of coolant diagnostic equipment. So if I want to pressure test a cooling system, this whole drawer is full of that stuff. There's lots of different things here. In this cabinet here we have one of my favorite tools. It's a chassis ear. So this actually this is a kit that I can hook up little probes to different parts of the suspension. If there's a rattle in the car, I can actually drive the car with those little probes on there and listen to each one of them and diagnose strange suspension noises. But yeah, there's lots of stuff here that every shop is required to have, or most shops have, certainly, if you're going to do the job properly. And over here is our scanner. This is something I wanted to talk about here. So yeah, in the last video the scanner was missing, so it's here today. Now this scanner here, this is a Snap-on scanner. The initial cost of this thing was like $18,000, but there's also a monthly fee. This thing gets monthly updates. So if you're the guy that, you know, had to have a scan done on his car and was really upset about the $100 cost or whatever the charge was to get that scan done and repair the car, and you figure, well, maybe I'll just go to the parts store and buy myself one of those little, you know, code readers, and then I won't have to pay for the scan. Well, I honestly don't know of a shop that will do it that way. They're going to want to hook up their own equipment. They're going to want to do it their own way with their own equipment, diagnose it properly. Certainly, if you feel that you want to buy one of these, so there's a big difference between code readers and scan tools. Now this is a fairly new one here. Our supplier just brought this over for us to kind of try out. Now I mentioned there's monthly updates on that scan tool over there, and it's like $100 a month. So that's part of that cost associated with operating that machine. Now this one here, this is supposed to be able to do your monthly updates or do updates online. So you can actually, this is probably, if you're going to buy a scan tool, this is probably the way to go. There's a few of these on the market today. This one will do updates. It's actually free of charge. It does. I did hook it up to a vehicle. It's certainly not something I would want to use every day. I'm kind of used to the Snap-on one, and it works really good. It does everything. This kind of a, if you're do-it-yourselfer, you might find that this will work for you. So this will do updates, and it will do most of the stuff. It does get into ABS and that kind of thing, which most of those little code readers won't. Anyway, yeah, so there's lots of cost associated with stuff here. This is alignment machine. There's a cost associated with operating this thing. It has to have updates as well. Cars are always changing. New cars are always coming out. So this guy gets updates every year, as does this frame machine over here in the corner. It's got to get its updates as well, and cost is associated with that. So if you're going to operate this stuff, there's a large fee with operating this stuff. And also most shops have a program called Identifix. There's a monthly charge for that as well. So yeah, if you've had your car fixed and you're wondering why it's so expensive to fix your car, well, there's ongoing costs just to run a shop like this. This is our spring compressor over here, so that's another thing I don't have to worry about buying. We do a lot of struts and things like that, and because we have this machine, the shop owns it, I can get the job done with that. So yeah, there's lots of different tools here and costs associated, not just for the tech. Like I say, you could, 10 grand could disappear in a hurry, and that's on top of the training you've had just to be able to repair these cars. So yeah, guys, just wanted to touch on some of the specialty stuff. All these shops have them today. It's really expensive to set yourself up with all these things and diagnose and repair cars properly, and you need it. You need it to do the job properly. So this is our corner of specialty tools. We've got more stuff on the other side that I haven't even touched on, but yeah, it's really nice. Anytime the shop can step up and buy a specialty tool, it just means more money in my pocket, and I have access to that tool to do the job properly. So anyways, that's it, guys. I just wanted to do a quick video on specialty stuff and some of the cost associated with doing work in an automotive shop. You got to have this stuff, and it's got to be updated regularly. And if it isn't, well, you're not going to be able to solve all the problems out there. Thanks very much.